welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us through our break. Um, when we left our heroes, they had um, convinced Erica Vance that she's not a vampire, she's not evil, they're not going to kill her yet, and that and then they pumped her for information.
Phrasing.
Intentional. And now they are about to take her back to Arcade headquarters so that her grandmother, the director of Arcade, can deal with
Surprise!
all that. So, um, so yeah, let's pick up with you guys returning to the base. What is the first thing you're doing when you get there?
Well, let's find
Tell
you
the-
some.
Tell the director we need to speak with her as soon as possible.
Carrie's
bit of-
already put out the. I swear to God, Wakey, you've got to stop distracting me.
Zoom in just underneath her nose.
Yeah, no, she had like half my face, and then it was like this part of my face, and
What
okay.
happens when
So-
you do the thing I asked you not to do?
I specifically said I was sorry.
I didn't mess it up this time. I didn't
Yeah,
mess it up.
no, that was
All right, so
Carrie's already told the director. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Wiki.
It didn't change. Don't worry.
So what has Carrie already told?
Carrie just told the director that some new information has come about, and she thinks it prudent that she comes back or comes to the office.
she is still in her office when you reach
Okay,
out.
I wasn't sure if she had like left or was somewhere else in the building. Basically, just saying like, hey, we have some new information that's going to be coming in. We think you will find quite interesting, and
One way to put it.
yeah,
Do
Do
you want
you-
to call
everyone
me
will be here
to
in
get them
like
back?
yeah,
Do
everyone
you
will be here
call-
in like whatever time frame everyone will get here.
Okay, do you call the director or do you go to her office to tell her this?
I don't know where she is, and I'm a millennial, so she texts her.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah, she texts. She kind of like. I mean, she sends it like it, like a, just like a regular, like not a regular text message, but like a message to her.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
in spy movies, how they send those messages to people, and it's like, come back here. We have some interesting news.
Okay.
I would
But
like to. I would like to remind the team members that we are aware there is a leak somewhere in Arcade. We are aware of it. Just as an FYI.
Yeah, Carrie has sent her little assistant robot. That's kind of the journey he is on.
All right.
The one you haven't met yet. He's adorable.
Okay. So you guys will all gather. I'm assuming you're probably still using Dutch's old offices as I think that was where Carrie was set up, and
Math
Did
checks
we
out.
sweep this place for bugs, both mundane and magical?
I believe you did.
Okay.
Yeah, Carrie was in the lab. So she's like doing lab stuff. So she comes up to his office or over to his office, wherever it is.
Okay. So I'll say that you guys get there with Erica before the director shows up. I don't know if you guys heard, but Jemmy was saying, please have somebody wake Micah up and call them in.
Literally, I wasn't saying please. I'm just saying, should we? Because if we're going to give this to the director,
The thing is, it's because of what else is going on. It's not even sunrise yet.
Yeah. So you would have
Yeah.
basically gotten a nap.
yeah,
Probably
But-
it's probably like 4. It's probably been 2 hours since you left.
I get it, but at this point, it's like, I don't know if Micah should just take the fatigue.
Well, Carrie would have probably sent you a message of some kind saying like what we were doing afterwards, not necessarily thinking like telling you come show up, but just kind of saying like, hey, here's the progress that's being made while you are away, kind of thing.
See,
so if you make
if there was the message of we're gonna tell the director,
it was like we're bringing Erica in. I don't think she would have said the words like we are going to
Yeah,
tell the
but
director,
I'm
but
not
we're
saying
bringing
that, but
Erica in more information that the information that we've obtained, and that Yeah.
Lord Almighty, I'm gonna have to teach this woman code words.
Oh yeah, she's not. Yeah, no, she's just like
There's just-
literally saying all of these words. Like
Micah
we
has
are bringing
probably set
Erica
it
into
to
the
an annoying alarm so that I will be notified when these things. So it's probably is gonna be Micah will come if there's time.
Yeah, we got a walk ahead of us.
I mean, and you can fly much faster than they
Yeah,
can.
it's just the God. I was gonna sleep. I was gonna sleep. I was gonna
Do
get
um,
her.
do you want me to
Yes,
wait and
but-
give the director a heads up before she comes in?
I mean, I told her there was interesting news.
Right. I mean,
This
meet
is
her
interesting.
outside
you-
the.
Let's see
Did
how she
you-
reacts.
Oh, okay.
Did you seriously use the phrasing? We have interesting news.
No, I think what I said was we've something about we've stumbled upon some interesting data.
Talking about her granddaughter.
Data.
You don't get to send messages anymore.
You're- Why are you? Oh my God. Okay. Can we salvage this?
Right. So
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. You all hate me. Okay.
Director Vance will knock on the door and then allow herself in. Because the knock
Halfway to
is
reaching to open it, and like, oh, okay.
the knock is for courtesy, but she is in charge here.
I'm respecting your privacy by knocking, but still asserting my authority by coming in anyway.
Yes, exactly. The way parents do.
Yeah.
Where do you think I got that quote from?
So
Wow, your parents knock. You're lucky.
I mean, we don't knock if we're. No, I knock on your door. I mean, not when I'm trying to open it to put you, like for
You
bedtime.
knock
But
on my door if I'm in my bedroom, but if
Yeah.
I'm in any other room that has a door, you do not normally knock. It's normally just an open of the door and then yell down the stairs.
well, yeah, but it's not like I can see you from there. So
No, yeah.
anyway, so she will open the door, and
Daughter.
I was gonna say, and it is about 3/4 of a second before she sees that Erica is there.
Insight check.
Yep.
Okay.
What is that reaction? I mean, like, there's a reaction, obviously, but the specifics behind it.
Looks like it rolled twice. The first one was a 23.
28. Parent-teacher conferencing this.
If all shucks had a face.
It's like at a parent-teacher conference when the teacher's like, so we have something we wanted to talk about, and you have to do the, like,
Yeah, her deception is not actually great. There is first surprise, then anger, and then fear.
good. Sorry. That was what Muse was looking for, of the order. Because if it ended on anger, Muse might have had a few objections. But seeing the last one be fear is that care. Okay. There's clearly care.
Is there? What's the fear
Hopefully.
about?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
She is immediately going to look over to Daffy and say, perhaps when we are dealing with my family, you could phrase things a little bit more urgently than interesting data.
I was. making that
Yeah,
point to
we've
her.
already decided she doesn't get to send messages anymore.
Okay,
Surprise?
what is my granddaughter doing here? And Erica is just kind of doing the
Hey,
Hey, Grandma.
Harper will go, you want to show her or should we?
um uh um
I can tell her if it'd be okay.
Miles.
Miles.
I'm waiting for an explanation other than the fact that my granddaughter is now a vampire.
She is not a
She's
vampire.
not a vampire.
Not a vampire. We can give you that much.
So, we have a number of operating theories. All of them start with the fact. Sorry, Erica. Your granddaughter has been sneaking out and going to the club where the vampires have been at. Normal teenage things.
No, okay.
Where
But-
did you even get those clothes?
That seems to not be the important.
There
This
is Yeah.
Let do not step in on the family business.
so apparently she got tricked. Someone invited her to an after party. They offered her, do you want to be immortal? Your daughter being, or granddaughter being, someone with common sense, figured that it was a joke, took a drink, and here we go.
I barely, like, I lifted the thing to my lips and like pursed them. I didn't like drink anything really other than like just what touched my lip.
They have been trying to pressure her for how long has it been now, Erica?
About a week and a half.
For about a week and a half to feed. She, being the decent moral person that she is, has been highly reluctant to do so. And we helped her realize she doesn't need to feed like they told her.
Now, about that, we should keep an eye, a close eye. Just gonna leave it at that. I don't want anybody to freak out.
Better safe than sorry.
So we thought the best option was to bring her here. You would know, she would be safe, and we can look into solutions. But definitely not a vampire. She did not die. She drank shitty wine, not blood. She doesn't need blood.
So Harper is kind of like running over her notes in the, you guys are always seeing her just like jotting down notes in this raggedy ass notebook that she's got. And she's like, hey, what was that chalice made of?
Metal.
Was it gold? Was it silver? Was it bronze?
I mean, it
Was
was
fake.
kind of a silvery gray.
Did it feel weird when you touched it?
It's cold. Might have been. I mean, honestly, it looked like one of those shitty goblets you'd find at the Renaissance Festival.
Okay. Well,
I'm
Um,
just
Sorry.
taking notes because if you didn't actually really drink anything, maybe it's not what's in the cup. Maybe it is the cup.
I was about to ask, like, being a ritualist, is there anything I know of that could have been like, could it be a ritual implement?
Could be, yes.
Mhm.
Like I'm not even going to make you roll
Yeah.
for that. Is that possible? Absolutely. You don't have enough evidence to go off
No.
of to be sure one way or the other, but that
Yeah.
is not an impossibility.
Yeah, it just means that I can basically follow what Harper's line of questioning is.
Yep.
So, on top of that, we're not sure how many, but somewhere between 6 and 8 other people turned, as it were, but they were all too giddy to go and feed on people.
Erica?
We do know the location where that ritual happened.
Ultimately, Director Vance, she's safe now. She's back here with you, and we have some leads. We can debrief you on that later, but she's as safe as she can be right now.
Yeah. The big
And
point is,
it is, and he'll, Larry will walk around to the director, kind of put a hand a little bit on her back and give her a slight nudge towards Erica, and she's worried, but she's safe here with you. So we'll keep looking.
she's scared.
Just keep her here.
The big idea being, I'm telling the director everything except the part where her 17-year-old granddaughter tried to pick up a 3,000-year-old man to sleep with and drink his blood.
We're also leaving out the whole your granddaughter kind of a demon right now.
Well, we haven't not.
No, I'm
That's
not including that because we know there is a demonic element to it, didn't we?
Yeah.
But we're
Yeah.
keeping a lot of that too. We'll debrief you later.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
deal with your daughter. Go deal with your granddaughter. And it's like, nope, just let this happen.
Erica? Yeah, Gran? She'll look at you guys. Thank you for keeping her safe.
Insight check.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Harper's gonna go, hey Erica, I think you're grounded for the rest of your life.
That's a 25 insight.
Rest of her own
27.
life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're
She's
nailing the inside.
she is absolutely sincere that she is grateful that you've gotten her granddaughter out of getting into any more harm.
Okay.
She is, I mean, it is absolutely that parental mix of I'm furious with you.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you're safe.
I'm glad you're safe because I'm going to kill you.
I'm not gonna kill you, but you are in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, you're not picking up I'm now going to take my granddaughter and go kill her, but I mean, there is that
Or,
level.
wahaha, my plan has succeeded, or
No, I
anyway,
mean,
it's all sincere
it
emotion.
is the sincere, you are in so much trouble, young woman. None of this is okay.
Thank God you're
But I'm
safe.
glad that you're relatively safe. I mean, there is the fact that you've clearly been transformed by some sort of eldritch power. And now I have to disclose to you about the fact of the super secret government agency I work for.
It's okay. She's not one of the 200. She'll forget.
She's gonna have to probably be one of the 200.
You guys don't know about the 200 rule yet.
No, but
that's
still.
completely out of character, but still.
Yeah.
So we have more to follow up on, Director. We'll leave this in your hands.
I'm going to want a full report.
It'll be done soon.
I'm aware that you guys were planning something else before sunrise.
Yes.
Yeah, we should go see to that.
Erica, I'm going to take you back to my office. Got a few things to take care of. We're going to have a long talk over beignets and coffee.
Don't do it at Cafe Du Monde.
What?
What do you mean not a Oh.
We think one of the bus boys there is part of the cult.
Yeah, we'll look into that.
Mhm.
We think one of the bus boys there is the one who lured her to the after party.
Cafe Beignet is rather nice.
We should point out it's been suggested that Erica may have been targeted to target you.
Yes.
So that
Well,
begs the question, did Dutch and his team know about her?
I mean,
Didn't
She has a picture on.
as I say, didn't we know that Dutch knew?
Well, I mean, she's got a picture on her desk. She
Mhm.
doesn't. She's not keeping her granddaughter secret.
Yeah.
Dutch is certainly aware of her.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, but it is entirely possible she was targeted. There was this whole thing about some of the people who drank it didn't turn and some did. We were trying to make sense of that. One of our theories was activating some kind of latent something or other. One of them is slipping it just to the people they want to turn. So
Anyway,
We'll include all that in the report.
yeah. we should,
we'll
Yep.
maybe we'll have the discussion in my office. I'll have someone bring us coffee and beignets.
there you go. Hey, and Harper will lean in to say, you may want to just have like a little supply of blood on hand just in case.
I'll send a message to the infirmary.
Okay.
Come with me, young lady. Yeah, Gran. Bye.
Muse,
Thanks.
Muse will give a
I'm
little
Glad I
reassuring.
didn't eat you.
Muse is gonna give a little reassuring pat on the shoulder, which is, I'm sure it'll be okay.
And
or
they-
if
Take care,
he's
little
saying
miss.
nothing, or he is saying nothing because he doesn't want to risk, revealing just how much her daughter was in. No sense in getting her in, giving the information that would just get her granddaughter in more trouble.
right. All right. So yeah, it's probably about 5:30 at this point. Sunrise is not super far off.
Right? I want to have I want to do a really basic modification of the plan.
Okay.
So here's my thought, folks. You get in the not at all kidnapper white panel van that Larry has.
I'm such a fan.
And go to near where the ritual happened. I will follow our guy, and then if it turns out that's where, if it looks like that's where we're going, if that is indeed the nest, then we throw him in the van and take him back.
All of us go in the van?
I mean, there's only 3 of you.
Unless you feel more apt at following this gentleman, which I don't believe I'm much in the way of subversion.
No, I'm not suggesting I follow him. It's too early.
You don't have to be in the van. I'm just
No, I know. Okay. Are you going to be safe following him?
De'll be fine.
Harper, your preference?
My preference is to follow the vampire. Because what happens if this warehouse area isn't where the nest is?
Oh
That's
no,
also
perfectly
what I was
fine.
Dee will be following them, and so they'll be able to tell you.
If you and Orpheus feel
Or-
comfortable not being seen, that's perfectly fine.
I am fully confident in Dee's abilities because this guy has never seen Dee, would have no way of knowing. Dee gets around very quickly, and Carrie can do with that whatever stuff she does to let you guys know if things are going different.
That's fair.
Okay, that's fine. Micah, you and I we'll make our way around, and you two just let us know.
Larry,
Yes.
before we go,
Mm-hmm.
I need coffee.
Of course.
Those
We'll
are
let
two. We're looking more at a full cup of espresso.
we'll let them deal with setting the young sir loose, and we'll be ready.
A little bit before we let him loose, I'm gonna go out and we're going to the bathroom, change,
Okay.
and then D is going to um try and find a tree that is visible to whatever exit he's going to be coming out of.
Um,
Okay, so while you guys are letting Derek out, we're gonna go concern the local coffee shop employee as Muse walks in and goes, "Just fill the cup with espresso shots."
Do you want to just take a nap in the front seat, and I'll drive, and
There's no, we've done too much. Napping's not safe.
it's fine.
Napping isn't saving me tonight. We're walking in with as much caffeine as physically possible, and hopefully, once we're done with Derek, I can actually manage to teach a class and be understandable.
You may want to call in.
No, not today.
okay. So,
I'm running out of sick days. I'm not wasting it on this.
all right. Um, so you each have your plans of how you're all following. You will let Derek, you know, the guard is called away, and oh look, the door is unlocked. And Derek is going to bolt out of the tunnels
Along the one set of unlocked doors that leads him exactly out the way we wanted to go.
exactly. Gets up to the surface, realizes how close it is to sunrise. And goes a couple of blocks away from the arcade headquarters and finds a dumpster and jumps into it.
Because it's sunrise.
Because it's getting close to sunrise and he doesn't
He
want to.
thinks he's a real vampire.
Yep. Well, and you know, the funny thing is, like,
Psychosomatically bursting into flames seems like
well,
it's
not even
possible,
that.
right?
If you think you're gonna burst into flames by the sunlight, are you really gonna put it to the test?
I mean, yeah, kind of.
No.
For science.
All right, maybe it's just me. If I honestly believed that I was going to burst into flames, I wouldn't feel the need to test it.
I mean,
like,
I'm not gonna like go out into full sun, full body. I'm not gonna stick my hand in the sunlight.
But how do
see
you
what
know
Yeah, that's what
that's
I
happens.
would
all
probably
going
do.
to happen? How do you know that that's not going to just end up engulfing all of you?
If it does, that's kind of funny.
and
I
then
think
you're
these
dead.
are important factoids that you would need to know.
You're talking to Gen Z for me, Dad.
I appreciate Miss Violent Violet saying that she might test someone else. But
Fair.
I just repeat, you're talking to Gen Z. My response is
yeah. So
definitely.
he's going to hide himself in a dumpster. And unless you guys interrupt him, he's going to stay there until sundown, actually.
So if the answer is he's in a dumpster, it's gonna be the look at the time. Okay, Larry, can you drop me off at the school?
Yep, I'll take you to work.
Thank God I got dressed.
Carrie really wants to trick out the creepy church van.
We're not making the church van.
It is tricked out. It's got heated seats, air conditioning, power steering, cruise control. It's
Yeah.
great.
But we can make it a mobile
No.
lab.
I mean,
No.
Stop putting needles in the seats.
Mm,
That's a different kind of van.
is it though?
I do appreciate the way Miss Violet thinks. All right. So, is anyone going to stop Derek from hiding in a dumpster all day?
Nope.
No.
I'm gonna get
Could
some
do it.
I'm gonna get some snacks. I'm gonna pick a spot. I'm gonna just watch.
I'm going to drop
Okay.
off Micah, pick up breakfast, and do my normal
Going to
rounds in the
school.
morning. Yeah.
All right. And weren't some of you going to go check out? Were you going to go check out the location that she pointed out?
I mean, we were there, so we could probably check it out before because we still have time.
Yeah.
You want to just go later when it's closer to sunlight? Well, after your class, after my service.
We can go right now.
We still have
class
sunlight.
doesn't start for a few hours still.
Sure. All right. We'll go take a look.
We're right here because we were staked out near it. So we can go poke our heads and get that over with and then go.
All right.
I don't yet have the sneaky stealth song with the Mission Impossible music, so
Yep. I'm just going to walk in like I own the place.
oh,
Well,
okay, that's
see if the
fine.
door's open.
The door isn't open because there isn't really much of a door.
There's not much of a door, I'm gonna bet.
Makes it easy.
When you get there, you can see. I mean, this place is demolished essentially. It at once upon a time it was a sorry, my Twitch froze, but I'm apparently still fine on Zoom, so I'm assuming our audience can still see me.
Probably.
The store was like an appliance store, and it just was stripped and destroyed. You can see where there was basically, it would have once upon a time been a showroom area that is a little bit elevated. And you can see where there is some crates that were stacked up on top that kind of look like they could have been a makeshift altar. You also just see a lot of, trash and dirt and wrecked stuff. Used condoms, broken bottles, needles. There doesn't appear to be anyone using this as a place to sleep right now, but from the smells, you get the feeling that people have definitely slept and taken care of their business here before.
Yep.
Is there any deeper investigation you guys want to do, or?
Oh, dig into that pile of shit over there.
I'm not doing that now.
I mean,
check through if there's side rooms or offices.
I mean,
See if
poke around, but not.
Is
Okay.
this within 4 miles of the lab?
Sure.
Carrie will basically take a scan with her little droid that she sent with them.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, there probably hasn't been a large group of people in here since about a little over a week ago. There have been some other vagrants who have come through here since then. And there is nothing that looks overtly ritualistic or like people are staying here or anything like that in this building. I mean, if you had to guess, you'd say that maybe they use rotating. There's plenty of places that you can get a group of 50 people, and
Yeah, not all of them turn If not all of them are going to be full on cult members.
Right.
You wouldn't take them to your nest.
Yep.
It's a throwaway point. I mean, poke around through any of their offices, anything else, but not seeing anything. Kind of shrug, look back at Micah. Seems abandoned. Place of convenience.
That is the
Send a-
impression. Yeah. So,
Send a message to the other two before heading back for coffee and work.
all right. So, um,
Hey, anyway, students,
who amongst you actually needs sleep? Some of you have immunity such that you don't, but
Let me check.
I actually need sleep, yes.
I got a nap and a lot of coffee.
I mean, Carrie's just a regular human.
yep.
Muse is still human, yeah.
Orpheus needs to sleep, but he is sleeping right now.
I'm going to make you eventually buy the immunity to sleep if they can trade off that way.
That's fair.
Um,
I did. It was not something I intended. It just was like, oh, that's an interesting quirk of the way the thing works.
yeah.
But yeah, if you feel I should, I definitely I can.
But okay. I guess my real question is who amongst you needs sleep who is not going to be able to get significant amounts of sleep between now and sundown when Derek is going to be back on the move?
I mean, I
My
can take a
thought is
nap after
that-
school.
Yeah, my thought is that Carrie's probably in the lab. She may have taken some of the samples and stuff like that to her lab
Uh,
and is probably doing lab stuff, falling asleep while, writing
waiting for things
data.
to process and
Yeah, like waiting for something to process. She's like writing and she like falls asleep at her desk and then jerks back up when she hears the ding of it being done and kind
I
of
mean,
that's my thought. She's not gonna sleep really until she kind of gets some clearer answers for her. So
also you still have classes today to teach as well, don't you?
sure.
it's for Wednesday now, right?
It is Wednesday now.
No, Wednesday is not her class day. She does Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay. All right. So if you are going to get some sleep, don't worry about this. If you are not going to be able to get some sleep, I do need a fortitude save. Jemmy, give yourself a +2 because you did get a nap.
I was going to ask, that's up to you. Does Muse have students coming after school to make it harder to get a...
Oh, I mean, you could probably get at least a little bit of a nap after the
Yeah,
school day
unless
is over before
students
sundown.
unless students need me.
But even still, even they need you, you're going to be done by 4.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
you
yeah,
have
but
until sundown, and even in October when you're in the south like that, and you're in the central time zone, like I mean,
oh yeah, no,
It's
it's
only
not that.
8:30.
It is the Muse still. Well, Micah, I guess, has always given like, here's my email. If you need something outside of the building, I'm happy to.
I'll
up to
be
you,
fine
Father.
to say no.
Okay, then yeah, Muse is going for more sleep.
Okay.
Because chugging a cup of espresso was just to get through the school day.
Right. Is Larry going to be able to grab some Z's?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then I am going to need a fortitude save from Larry.
and this is how we die.
I've got a
Um,
+1. It's fine.
Is Harper going to snap at some point?
She'll probably allow herself a little bit of course, my camera wants to be loud now.
I was waiting for you to notice that.
I can hear it. It's telling me that it's
On the
It
plus
only
side,
affected yours though.
yeah, the faces are still in the right
because
spot.
I'm the first person in.
Yeah, it's her stream, so she'll always be the first person.
I was going to say the first person in and the last person in can come and go without changing anyone's placement.
Yeah, mine's already dropped out twice, and I just pop
I'm
right
assuming
back.
everybody can still hear me though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
So Harper will allow herself maybe 4 hours or so of sleep. But she rolled a 20 on fortitude.
Okay.
Yeah, Carrie got a 22.
Larry got an 18 on a phenomenal roll.
Heck
Okay.
yeah.
Well then, anyone, none of you will actually have the fatigued condition.
We're just tired.
You're a little tired, but it's not going to be enough to actually impair you.
Yeah, I feel like Carrie does this a lot. So like she
So
probably
unless anyone has anything specific they want to do, we can fast forward up to sundown.
well,
as I
Carrie
said,
definitely wants to run the blood tests of the granddaughter's DNA.
Okay. You're gonna find that Erica's blood is very similar to Derek's.
Okay.
Um,
But not the same.
I mean, not the same in that, if you are checking DNA, you can tell it's from two different people and they don't have the same blood type. But
Right.
the unusual markers are exactly the same.
They're okay. That's what I was wondering is it coming from the same
Yes.
source,
Yeah.
essentially? Okay.
Everything that is not human in Erica's blood is the same that is not human in Derek's blood.
Okay.
So she does have the double markers.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else that people are doing specific before?
I'm checking on students because if 17-year-olds can get wrapped up, just kind of that, like, keep an eye out for the students.
Sure. You can
And
give me
I know my troubled kids, so
Yeah. No, give me investigation or persuasion, whichever is better for you.
definitely gonna be persuasion, my friend. My
Okay.
father.
And because you are dealing with your students, you can add your cool bonus.
34.
I mean, you have troubled students, but none of them seem to be involved in a vampire cult.
Yippee. Good.
For one, the Théâtre du Vampires is normally pretty good about carding anyone.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but
All the more reason for it to be hard to be targeted.
So,
If, out of curiosity, even the breakfast service for that matters, can I speak to some of my less fortunate folks and see if they've maybe noticed groups of troubled kids or very much the goth kids that they've noticed going around certain areas? Because I imagine if there's a group that big and they're going to just local vagrant hunts, maybe some of our vagrants have noticed and or seen them coming and going.
I
So
like the thought process.
Maybe a bunch of fake vampires are harassing them.
Or if there's a usual spot or usual mode of travel, because I'm sure some of them, they're not all just walking. It might be, but who knows?
Yeah, no, I like it. And you do have a benefit for being part of the church. So, I will allow an investigation or persuasion check.
Investigation's better, but persuasion makes more sense. So roll with what makes sense.
All right.
23.
23. You're not picking up a lot in terms of like people who have seen like hunts of, packs of wannabe vampires hunting or anything like that. You are aware that some of like people will talk about some people who have gone missing. Like old Eddie hasn't been seen in a couple of weeks, and that's not like him.
Wiki's possessed.
It's not me, it's my camera.
I mean,
Yes.
right, but but yeah, so yeah, you're not picking up a lot in terms of movements or hunting patterns, but there is definitely the fact that now that you're kind of looking for it, it's like, yeah, there's definitely something removing people from the streets.
Fair enough. Well, convince the flock to spend more time looking out for each other, talking to each other. Try to reinforce the buddy system, as it were,
Oh
to
yeah,
help look
no,
after them,
that's
protect them.
so true. Same with like Muse there, just the, like, let's make sure these kids stay safe.
Yeah.
I'm just Eurydice is just gonna go to her shop, work at her shop.
Okay. All right, so sundown will fall. Harper, you're still there, so that you can directly watch Derek if you want.
Yep.
Is D gonna be
Yep, I'm gonna head back shortly before dark.
the trail?
Yep.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys? I'm assuming Carrie is just watching remotely
Yippers.
via drone, and the fact that Derek still has a bug that was punched into him.
Yep.
What about Muse and Larry?
Unless Muse wants to fly around, he'll offer to pick her up, and we'll just cruise around town in the church van.
And wait for a destination to be given to you?
Yeah.
Because that's a perfectly normal thing to do. Just drive around the city streets in a church van with.
I'm looking for my missing flock, as a matter of fact, looking for people that may know. Checking on the poor
that makes
unfortunate
I mean,
souls.
honestly, if you have ridiculously graphic pictures of an abortion, then it is normal around here. At least right nowadays.
No, we just have the good word and some warm coffee. So
See, that's what's suspicious. There's no ulterior motive. You're just actually a good person.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
yep, I'm a good person. I'm rolling with that.
Sorry, I would find it really funny because if it was, could you imagine the gender fluid person in the comic being like, yeah, no, the
We're
queers.
not intelligible right
Yeah,
now.
no, it's because of Larry and then Muse gender fluid. I just have like
Okay,
giving off the vibes of what's gender.
right.
Going,
Okay, so Derek is headed kind of out of the well, definitely out of the French Quarter and kind of out of onto the outskirts of the city. He is moving quickly, but without much subtlety. Once dark falls, it doesn't appear to even occur to him to check to see if he's being followed.
oh,
Derek's
so
not
that's
terribly
different.
bright.
No.
We picked the right Patsy.
Yep.
I never said he was a good former student. He was one of my band kids, not my AP Calc.
And eventually you guys will see him going to a abandoned church.
Beautiful.
I will say that the van can catch up to Harper and D pretty easily. If nothing else, I'm going to say that you guys have, with Carrie's access to maps and whatnot, I'm sure there's some level of, okay, he's going in this direction.
Yeah.
This
And
is
the
a
fact that
possibility. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that she'll just make sure the lights are green. Like,
Hey, how
Kinda
much
going
does the
through-
van weigh?
What was that?
How much does the van weigh?
probably at
That's-
least a couple tons.
yeah, it's a big old honking van, but
Looking for pounds.
Couple
How
tons.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can lift a whole
2,000.
bunch, can't you?
It would
it
be
has
Um,
wheels. It drives. You don't have to lift up the van.
Don't have to lift it up at all, but I can't have us go into a shadow and pop out another side.
Oh, that's creepier.
And I
Yeah,
can take
no.
a lot of mass.
Maybe don't do that.
How
Yeah, I
much?
feel like it would be like, don't be
400.
suspicious.
Oh, hey,
don't
look, this
be
van, this
suspicious."
creepy white church van appeared out of nowhere.
Good.
Uh,
Good tool to have in the pocket.
while I'm waiting for everyone to arrive, I
No,
want to know.
no. A van is a whole lot more than 200 pounds.
No, 400.
Oh no,
I
it's only
would.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah,
more
yeah.
than
Okay.
that.
I don't
one
know.
ton is 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, a ton
Okay.
is 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So it weighs like 4 to 6, maybe 8,000 pounds.
You can carry 2 people with you.
Mhm.
So,
Or one
You
very
could have
large
taken-
man and a strong child.
See, you could have taken you, me, and the bike into the hallway.
Could've. Sorry, I'll remember that for next time.
Are there any plants inside that building?
inside the building, no.
Okay. Are there any openings in the building?
Many.
I'm gonna create a little vine that's gonna start snaking its way
All right.
into the building and using that to spy.
Okay. Is going to take a little time for the vine to creep over there because the land around is fairly blighted. But so while you are extending a vine to do this, I'm going to go ahead and move everyone to a map.
Seems sus, but I'll let it happen.
And you guys aren't literally right there on the edge of the map, but we'll assume that's where you'll be interested in. I do not currently have a token for the church van. I'm assuming it is staying off the map.
Yep, we don't need it. Seeing it around.
So Derek is running through the gates, heading over kind of towards the side. And when he gets about where he currently is, you guys are able to see this, but are off the edge of the map. There is a boom, and
Take that,
Derek
Derek.
falls.
Gunshot?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I guess more for wiki. Small arms, large caliber rifle.
What does it sound like to me?
Military grade rifle.
Cool.
A young woman kind of stands up from behind one of the stones out in front of the church. And is going to kind of creep from one stone to the other. Over to Derek's body. Then looks up to the northeast and gives a thumbs up.
Does this woman look familiar?
Mm-hmm.
She does.
Oh.
She looks
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
and then unless someone is going to interrupt her.
Not
she's
yet.
going- Huh?
Not yet.
She's going to make her way up in that direction.
I feel like I should recognize her, but I'm a little tired.
She's one of Dutch's crew.
Yes.
No.
She's the final girl.
Yep.
Mm,
My
You are quite aware that she is not carrying a large caliber military grade.
I am going to find a little hidey hole
Okay.
to stay out of the way, stay hidden, and see if any other vampires show up and see what happens to them.
We killed them all.
Did we?
I'm gonna have my plant just kind of slowly growing its way, the vine, this little vine, to just get eyes on her and Dutch.
Do I have an idea of where the gunfire came from? I'm assuming the direction she looked in.
Yep.
Okay.
Bell tower. It's always the bell tower.
And did you ping where that was?
He set up in the northeast, and then she went up in this direction.
So she went toward where the gunshot came from.
Yep.
Okay.
I have 2 instruments in mind that Muse could grab and bow for stupid 1 or 2.
2.
I hope you know you have picked the automaton.
The what?
The automaton. Have you not seen them?
No.
Hmm.
All right, Brandon, I'm giving you a camera that will represent your
little Ivy.
Yeah, that's right here. Yeah. And you should be able to see with it if you'd like to move it to where it's looking.
Where is it?
I'll put it right next to Orpheus for now. Or D.
Yeah.
It's right next to D right now.
I don't see it.
Oh, that's because it's still on the GM layer. Because I was poking people off of the GM layer, and when I added a token, it.
So
Brother, I'm sending in Discord what Muse is grabbing. You're
I don't
going.
have Discord open at the moment.
No, that's a shame. You're gonna hate it.
Huh. It can't see into this little corner here.
Really?
It's not giving me, it's not unblocking any of the shadow there. Which is weird because it unblocked the shadow down here.
That is really.
When you put it right here, it unblocked a little more here. Oh, you know what? The vision hasn't moved with the token. I think, yeah. I think the vision.
No, it's where there is a light source. There's no light source on that side.
Okay.
There's nothing to illuminate into that corner.
Gotcha.
But I'll give it a little bit of night vision.
So I assume that I am pinging right now.
Where?
I'm getting that there are demons near.
Oh, yes, there is a demonic presence directly on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, okay. Right about here.
Yep.
Who do I
demonic presence?
So who do I see? We've got.
So there is Rachel Davies.
Yep, we got Final Girl.
There is Dutch.
Okay.
And there is Sergeant Andrew Baker, who is currently holding a fairly large caliber rifle.
Yep.
what was Sergeant Baker's whole shtick?
He's a vampire.
Sergeant Baker was the vampire who possibly had the run-in with Dracula. We've got,
Or at least the vampire who claimed to be Dracula.
yeah, that's why I said possibly.
Yep.
No sign of Alyssa.
Not up in that corner, no.
Okay.
He's just gonna reach into the bag or an instrument, pull out an automaton, which I guess since I can't show images, best way I could describe it is it looks like a music note, and the note part has a little face, and if you squeeze it, it opens up to make the sound, and you kind of tune it with the stick part. It's really hard to describe, but they're funny and weird,
They really are. Wow. Okay.
and uses kind of the "this is what I'm using."
Sure.
Sure, it's what I had.
I'm not going to say what it looks like.
Okay, on that note, so do we want to try and talk to them, or I'm assuming this will not go well?
It's at the
Not
moment,
sure if it
none
might.
of you are close enough that I'm going to ask for stealth, but
I am, by the way, since there's this nice little tree right here, using my hide in plain sight blending into nature ability. So I am currently invisible. I don't know what is going on with my mouse pad, but the camera lost its light again. I'm having the hardest time trying to control it.
that's weird.
I feel like we might actually have a chance if we try talking, since I don't quite track why he would shoot Derek if he was.
Because they're hunting them.
Possibly, and that's why, yeah, and that's actually no, I'm not saying Jack.
Well, I mean, I don't mind to try. Just be ready, I guess.
You will get a very harshly whispered, "Just wait."
All right. Wiki, you are going to get the sense of the demonic presence moving.
Okay. For the record, I also have danger sense.
Okay. And
My spidey sense is tingling.
they are creeping across. The map is not updating. Weird.
It is.
It is for
It's
me. I'm seeing them move.
No, I mean on Twitch, it's not updating.
It is.
I don't see it moving on Twitch, but
Yeah,
I do.
it did
Okay.
for a second, and it went right back. That's weird.
they are making their way over to the other corner here.
Is there someone else over in this corner?
There is. I will move them off of the GM layer.
I mean, I can't see them because the light is wonky, but
The night vision turned off. That's weird. But yes, over in the other corner are the other two members of the team, Alyssa and Dr. Henry Eastman. Does your seeing eye vine give you the ability to hear as well as see?
yes, I get hearing and seeing, but only those two. No other senses.
Give me a perception check because they are still whispering.
Oh no! Hero point.
Not happy with the 6?
No. So good news is I'm going to get at least an 11.
Yeah.
I got a 12.
Oh, rude. So you can't quite make out all of what is being said, but you will get, from Dutch, probably last straggler. They nod. Confirms that this is the nest. And Baker then says, all right, so what's the play? Dutch just kind of smiles and I don't know. I say we go in there and get rid of some vampires.
Is there a branch hanging over them?
There can be.
Well, now that we confirmed we're on the same side,
You
wanna
say
guys? Yeah. Do you mind coming outside of the cemetery real quick and we can all talk?
give me a persuasion check.
Oh, this is not my persuasion person.
I'm aware.
9.
None of you know how to start a normal conversation. Okay.
Nope.
Nine, you say.
I say that. They have no idea where the voice came from.
That
No,
doesn't
but you
make it
just told them that we're
better.
outside.
No, I'm just saying they can't immediately attack me.
He gives a nod to Alyssa, who pulls out a creepy looking black ankh
Mhm.
I don't like that.
and then turns to Mist.
Want to talk, not fight. I thought I made that clear.
You want to tell us who you are first?
Absolutely. We're the people. We're the people that Arcade hired to find out why you went missing. We let that guy go here till we could find the nest. Had a kind of a
He
long fight.
nods to everyone, and you will notice that Dr. Eastman pulls a wand out of his coat. Alyssa picks up something that looks like a cross between a board with nails hammered through it and a golf club. Baker is still holding his rifle. Dutch is holding his gun.
I really don't want to fight.
We're
went-
coming out.
We went and saved, and we rescued Erica. We found the nest. We have confirmed our suspicions that you did not actually turn.
We're coming out. We'll talk.
Okay,
But we don't trust you either.
fair enough. Just as long as you're not coming out guns blazing.
No. I mean, they're not. They're clearly waiting.
They're taking defensive measures, not
Not.
Offensive.
ready to.
Yeah. All right.
This little
So
pauses. Misa's is gonna put the automaton away if they're coming out because like this is not how I'm making the first impression of negotiation.
Harper, is this what we're waiting for? Got it.
all right. So they will come out, and Deuce will look around. Are any of you standing out where you're? I know Harper's in stealth.
I am.
I
I'll
know.
be visible.
Okay.
I'll be right there with
'Cause-
Micah.
I can do the negotiation.
Yep. And Dutch looks over at you kind of with a appraising look. In fact, I'm going to make a quick insight check for Dutch. As
It's almost
he's
like maybe he's assessing you.
Almost.
I was gonna say, as like he has the advantage of assessment. Yeah.
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 He's not great at it, but
Almost as if I'm not hiding anything except for not holding an instrument.
yeah. Um, you have my interest and my attention. Let's talk.
Of course.
Oh,
And
by
we'll
the way,
pick up
I'm gonna make the tree wave, and I'm gonna say hi.
with that discussion
Next time.
next episode.
Uh,
Yay!
Which is in 2 weeks.
Right. So
Oh,
thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight. Around our network, tomorrow we continue our holiday one-shot season as Jonesy runs part 2 of his Cthulhu Awakens adventure, The Dare. And you will see some of these faces there tomorrow night. The following Wednesday, Deuce is going to be running Up Around the Bend, a return from last year's Deadlands Reloaded adventure. We are hoping to have a blog post up on Thursday. There will not be a new episode of Heroes of Tomorrow this week, but we should be back to our regular schedule on Friday, November 3rd. And we will not be here next week because it's Halloween night and we're taking it off because, according to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Halloween is amateur hour for the real supernaturals. So, but we will be back here on Tuesday, November 7th with more from Arcade and our heroes. So, heroes, does anyone else have anything that they would like to say or plug before we go? And I'm going to start with Wiki.
Yeah, nothing. Just tune in tomorrow for Being Ghosts and Polar Gusts.
I knew they were real.
They're not. That's not how ghosts work. Deuce.
I appreciate our expert being wrong about these things and Bean Ghost and Polar Gusts really existing. I'm waiting for it with bated breath because
my God.
beans are living things, so they have to have souls. But thank you for watching, whether you do live, we do after the fact. We do have a Patreon. Feel free to come by and help support us. We can keep doing terrible things and making more terrible puns. But ultimately, look forward to seeing you back however you do. And please, please try the game out. Try for yourself and just don't play a speedster. They're not good. And Aunt Puppy.
I don't have anything. Just watch out for what's coming in November if you are a Patreon member. So that's it for me. Brandon?
I don't have anything to plug. So remember to be kind to people, especially yourself. Jimmy?
Thank you all for watching. Come back so that we can have fun little chaos. Come in tomorrow so we can have fun little chaos. Take care of yourselves. Drink meds. Eat water. Take water. I'm a little.
Chew your water thoroughly, folks.
Yes,
I-
please do.
Drink your meds. Take your water. Take your meds if you have any. Drink water. Make sure to eat something. Have a fun Halloween. Acting like I'm not probably one of the most central reasons why we're taking Halloween off because I want to go trick or treating. And have a fun Halloween, I guess. Yeah, happy Halloween.
Since we won't be back before November, I will go ahead and make the obligatory plug that Aunt Puppy alluded to of we're going to be doing NaNoWriMo. And if you are a member of our Patreons, you will be able to join us in that process. We'll be doing some write-ins. We'll have some special Patreon-only blog posts about what it is we're writing. So it should be a lot of fun. We've got a big variety of projects being worked on by various people here in the network. And yeah, so if you're not a member of our Patreon, then maybe join it and
Fix that
Join
problem.
us.
NaNoWriMo.
Write a book about a speedster.
Write a book about a speedster.
Just piss Deuce off.
No, do it. Make it a tale of terror, a cautionary tale, if you will.
Make it a tale glory.
All right. that is it for those of us here at the Untold Stories Project. Until next time, be careful out there and make sure that you don't run into something in the dark. Bye.
And we're off.